We all know diapers are for babies, but in some cases, mostly involving senior citizens, diapers will be used on them as well to prevent accidents from happening. Now, why I'm talking about diapers at all is because today we've got a peculiar case of pedophilia going around, and this happened a while ago, but I'm just wondering if anyone ever knew about it because I just discovered it, and I thought that, this is too good not to talk about, because when you truly hear this, if you haven't heard it and you're hearing it for the first time, it truly is just strange and disgusting. I mean, we all know pedophiles suck, right? They're the worst of the worst humans. I mean, you can't really get worse than pedophilia. I mean, that is a low blow. But I feel like this is just one of the goofier cases of pedophilia I feel like I've ever witnessed. And now I never really witnessed it, but I mean, just hearing about it is just strange. And in no way am I condoning his actions or sticking up for him or whatever. So before anybody gets mad, let's just throw that out the window. I am not sticking up for him. In fact, this is pretty disgusting. But you have to admit, the way he delivers his statements are a little humorous, at least, because you can't make this stuff up, man. You just can't. Now, the reason why I say that this case is so peculiar is because it truly is. This is some out-of-the-ordinary stuff here. When I read this for the first time, I was flabbergasted, brother. I was legitimately surprised because I know there are some weird people out there who have some weird fetishes and weird fantasies and all that stuff, and this guy is definitely no different because this guy is charged with solicitation to commit indecent acts with a minor because when an 11-year-old girl and her friend were riding their bikes home from school, they were approached by Mr. Worrell in nothing but a diaper. Let that sink in there. This guy approached two little girls wearing nothing but a diaper, and then had the gall, the absolute old man balls, to say, "Goo goo gaga, I need my diaper changed." Dude, I don't understand that thought process, dude. When I first saw this story, I was absolutely surprised. I was not expecting this, and in my wildest dreams could have never predicted it would have turned out this way. But it turned out the way it turned out, and he literally said, "Goo goo gaga, I need my diaper changed," to these two little girls, brother. What? This is a 47-year-old man we're talking about, okay? 47. You are almost 50 years old, dude. You are too old to be doing this. Now, I understand if you want your diaper changed, but it has to be by someone of legal age. Because I understand that you're getting up there in age, and maybe your colon isn't as good as it was before. Your prostate health needs to be checked there, bud. But seriously, dude, why? Goo goo gaga, I need my diaper changed. The more I think about it, the more I hate myself for saying it out loud. Because this is absolute corny on another level, dude. I couldn't even make this stuff up. I couldn't, dude. This is something straight out of a South Park episode. This is some weird shit going on here in Texas, brother. Oh my gosh, dude. This story, oh my gosh. When I heard this for the first time, after being mortally disgusted, I laughed so hard. I told my coworkers about this story, dude. That's how strange this story is. It is worth speaking about. And I'm glad he's in jail right now, and I'm glad that he's gonna get, what he deserves, because what he deserves is, some real prison time, dude. And it's been discovered that this has been a pattern since the late 90s, 1999. He's had a history of doing this, particularly to girls between the ages of 8 and 12. That is wild, dude. That is disgusting. 8 to 12-year-old girls should not be hanging around people who are your age unless it's their family, okay? They should be hanging around 8 to 12-year-olds. Not 47-year-old randos who are gonna yell at little girls, "Goo goo gaga, I need my diaper changed." Dude, I can't even explain it, dude. I can't. This story is so wild. Now, I did tell you that this pathetic loser actually has a history of doing these kinds of acts with little girls, or at least attempting to. I don't know if he was actually successful with any of his adventures or attempts, I'm sure he was in prison before, because there's no way, dude. Like, they know about his past history. So he has to have gone to prison for it at some point or another. So, I mean, it makes sense to me at least. But it's not just the pedophilia that he has a history of. He has a history of doing this specific thing, going up to little girls in a diaper asking for him to be changed. He has a history of doing that specific act. Like, there's nothing. He's like a bad comedian. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. It's a bad joke, dude. Like, it's not even a joke. I understand that part, but he's like a bad comedian who just tells the same thing over and over and over again, dude. And not just that. He doesn't do just that. He was actually at a time banned from visiting any parks within a certain, like, area of the city, which is totally understandable because this guy is a threat to any child that he comes across, dude. Any child's private parts are in immediate danger when it comes to being in the vicinity of this man. His hand is outreaching to go touch some little girl private parts, dude. This is not a good person. All right, and it's not just the pedophilia too. He has a history of literally wearing a diaper in public, whether he's asking someone to change him or not, stalking his ex-girlfriend, and other stuff too. Like, this guy has a legitimate history of this repeated behavior, and it's not getting any better. Like, he's just gonna go to jail, and then eventually he'll get let out again. But he's already 47 years old. Depending on how badly they want to book him for this, that depends on the justice system in Texas. I'm not too familiar with their laws and whatnot. So, for my understanding, they could throw the book at this guy and give him the maximum sentence. Who knows what that'll be, but it's in their hands now. The ball is in their court. They can do what they want with this guy, and let's just hope that he will get the max. But if you made it this far into this very peculiar case, I want to thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you guys in the next one.